Well, I'm here at the site of what was the Nova Festival. And here's some of the images of the people. Well, here is the images of all the people that was killed. Now, to put this in perspective, 253 veterans died in the Falklands War. I think it's 343 died here on the day here, and 40 kidnapped. Some of them are dead as well. But this was an opportunist event, they believe, as the festival was extended for a day. It wasn't supposed to go on all that weekend because it was a Jewish festival and you're not supposed to have music on a Jewish festival. Because it was so popular, they extended it for a day. So the thinking is, as they were flying over in their plane type things, they seen what was going on and changed their plans, and down they came here and wreaked havoc. It's just next to kibbutz. There's a kibbutz just next door here. We're in the Berry Forest, and Gaza is just over there, I believe, very close. Pretty shocking. I mean, you don't really say too much here because it speaks for itself. And this is every day apparently people come here and put up a memorial, and it's all being looked after. And you see just young people enjoying themselves there. Yeah, it's pretty shocking. And later on tonight, I don't know where we're having a meal or not, we're going to be meeting two guys who fought back and they saved a lot of people. They got behind the tank. I've seen the video of it, actually live footage. Even they had a stoppage in the weapon and they had no oil, so they used some Vaseline that some young girl had on her to actually lubricate the weapon to get it firing again. Aye, it's pretty shocking. And everybody just says the Israelis deserve this. They're just screwless, if I'm honest. You know, like, these are just young people just trying to get on with their lives, enjoy themselves like everybody else. Whatever the politics of this is not right. People protesting, they need to see these places for real and listen to the stories of the people that were here. And I'm going to be talking with the guys tonight about they're setting up a not-for-profit here in Israel, and the thinking is something around the thinking that we do here at Veterans in Action. And so we're hoping to talk to them and maybe guide them in a way if they need that, or maybe we learn from them and we learn together. For me, this whole reason for being here is to learn or pass on knowledge about PTSD and how we work with it, and I hope I can help in some way, and I hope I can learn as well about how other people do it and take those ideas into how we help our veterans. This is a slightly longer piece of a video than I normally do on these little short videos. I'll put this into a longer video, I think, about all the stuff we've been doing. But you see, this is all the tents were set up in here. We're actually going to get access, I don't know if I'll watch it or not, to the video that Hamas took on the day. And obviously that's pretty brutal. You know, like, we're going to get to see the unedited stuff. But I'll make that decision on the day whether I want to be involved in that. There's a young class over there learning about what happened here, and there's nobody not been affected. Everybody has been affected by this. They all either have a relation or family or know of somebody that died here. It's the numbers that are staggering on. Alright, to give you some numbers, we learned some numbers today. 3,000 troops, Hamas soldiers come over on the day, and literally the length of Gaza, all the kind of areas, and they pushed inland, and that was why it took 8 days or so to kind of push them out, because there was so many in the country. And then that's not counting the civilians that came over, and there was plenty of them as well. And there is some thinking that the first wave, Hamas didn't come out of the atrocities, and the second wave of civilians that came out of the atrocities. But if I'm honest, that's garbage. Because the first battles were fought in the kibbutz we've just come from at Be'eri, I think it's called Be'eri. The first battles I fought there started at 6:30 in the morning. That was the first wave. Everyone here represents somebody that was killed. It's actually staggering. I said that I had to be staggered. Didn't know which way I was going. Some people might wonder why I'm here and told, it could be seen as I've been used as a political pawn, but I'm not that gullible. I came for my own reasons, to learn. People that actually follow me on Facebook and like that, they know I'm not a lover of the media and how it reports things in our country. And I want to make my own mind up, hear the stories, hear the real life stories of people who have experienced this. Because you know what? None of us have. And that's a thing you need to live with. Look, every person carries a gun here, and for good reason. It's the only country in the world that to build a house or an apartment, you have to have a safe room where you can lock yourself away. It's mainly for, and why it failed on the day in many ways was, the safe rooms are for rocket attacks, not for people coming into your house and breaking the door down. And some of the stories I've heard today are about how people manage to close the door of their safe house and keep it locked, because all you've got to keep you safe of people coming in is your strength against the person on the outside strength pulling on the door handle. So some guy used walking poles and they extended them underneath the handle so they couldn't break down the handle. In Be'eri or wherever it's called, where we were today, a lady locked herself in the room, and the annoying thing about this one is she was the person here that was pushing for peace between the Gazans and the Israelis, and they targeted her house, and she locked herself in the safe room, and she managed to get the door locked so they couldn't open it. It's still locked to this day, but you can see where they try to fire at the lock to break the lock, and you can see where they try to bang the lock in, and in the end they put 2 tyres outside the door and they set light to them, and the fumes drove her to climb out of a window. They found her next door. She never survived. They found her next door in a neighbour's house, and obviously she'd been killed or murdered. You know, and they're sad stories, and she was all for peace. Now, we asked somebody the day now, so the people that are for peace, and most of the people in the kibbutzes are for peace. That's what they're here for. They're here because, and that's why they're right on the border. You know, because they used to have Gazans come in to the kibbutzes, and you ask them now what they think about peace, and they don't believe now there can be peace with Hamas or Palestinians, and that's the result of the 7th of October.